When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Absolutely, unequivocally, yes is the answer. Now, here is the host of The Long Bearded Guy, the Chief Catalyst, Strategist Guide at JEWIL International, Gordon D Melville.
Hey everybody, welcome to Red Fridays. Welcome to The Long Bearded Guy with Gordon D Melville on Inspired Choices Network. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know there's lots of people watching and listening today, and people that I know are at work or on the road or they're traveling, and I know they're listening and they're going to catch it in the replay or they're going to catch it live. So welcome to all of you. I've got my special mug that I use for my shows here with my it's my tea. It's not coffee, but anyway, welcome to Red Fridays. Remember, everyone deployed, all of our military and first responders and all of the people that stand in the fray and stand on the wall for us. Thank you so much to them all. All right, today we're talking about, and this is part 9, and I could do I don't know, I could probably do 52 episodes of emotional intelligence because there's so much in this topic. But we want to touch on today. We want to touch about support and collaboration, which is part 9. Support and collaboration includes asking for help, and a lot of times we need it. We need help. Sometimes we don't want to ask. We want to be independent. We don't want to ask anybody for help. And asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. I'm going to say that again. It's a sign of asking for help is a sign of strength. It says, you know what, I can't get it done on my own, and that's okay. That's all right, but we have to ask for help. I tell my sons all the time, please, please, please ask for help. So as we get going today, please grab your journal. If you don't have something to write stuff down on, you're going to miss something, because you're going to hear something, you're going to go, oh, I want to remember that. I'm going to give you some information today and some resources and some tools and whatnot. You need to be able to write this stuff down. So please, please grab your journal as we're just getting started here. I'm excited for you to find us on Apple TV and Google TV and all the different places that you would listen to or watch your favorite podcasts or TV shows, live radio shows, Apple TV, Google TV. We're everywhere. We're iHeartRadio, anywhere, Roku, anywhere that you watch or listen to your favorite stuff. You can find us there. And please like, love, share, subscribe. It's a free subscription. Download the Inspired Choices Network app on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop, on your TV, wherever you're seeing it. And you can find my happy beard there for sure. But there's lots of really, really good hosts on this hosts. First day with a new tongue. Hosts on this network, and it's growing all the time. And so listen to other people, listen to all the people that are there. There's some really, really, really amazing hosts. So listen to their stuff. Please like, love, share, and subscribe. That helps our I forget what the word is. It helps get the message out. Obviously, it helps with our reach and our exposure, but it also helps the algorithms to get our information out. So like it, love it, share it, subscribe. All right, let's get after it. As we go into this today, I want you to remember, we are not islands. We are not islands. We need each other. We need we absolutely need to have other people. And so, by the way, this is a free show, and you liking and sharing helps pay for the show. So really, really, really appreciate that. So if we want to go fast, we would go alone on our journey. If we want to go really quick, we go alone. But if we want to go far, we have to do that together. We have to ask for support and collaborate. We want to be able to grow. Support is something that we have to get. And I want to keep coming back to this, because the perspective that we use and the lens that we use to look at situations helps us see and understand and comprehend the situations that we're in the world around us. You got to remember, there's multiple ways We talk about when we're talking to somebody, there's multiple situations that have happened there. So when we see it, we hear, hey, there's your side, my side, and then what actually happened, because I bring my past and my experience, my paradigms with me to look at a situation, and you do the same looking at the situation. So neither of us is really seeing what's actually happening. There's a third version of it that's actually the truth. That's actually what's really happening in a purest form. And so it has nothing, none of the paradigm, none of the experience, none of the attitude or biases that are actually happening that takes that out, is what the real truth is. But we need to be able to look at that. We need to be able to have a lens and a perspective that will show us as clear as we can what the facts are. And to be able to get support and to collaborate with other people. And we're going to talk about this at length here today. And we only have whatever it is, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 53 minutes, but it's so much to cover. We need to be able to collaborate. We need to be able to find the people, find our tribe. Those of you that are listening to this, and you've heard me say it a bunch, if you're looking for somebody to polish your trophies, I'm not your guy. I'll encourage you and lift you up and elevate you, but I'm going to point out, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to rattle your chain and to shake your cage and go, hey, wake up, pay attention. And so I'm here to help you. I'm here to show you where the blind spots are. Real good coaches are people that will, and I'm not saying I'm a real good coach. I think I am, but that's a subjective thing, I guess. But real good coaches will lead somebody through the last questions to find the answers inside of themselves, inside of the client. And so I'm here to rattle your chain and wake you up and give you a wake up call, punch you in the throat and go, hey, wake up, understand what's going on around you. If you want to just be where you are and where you are is fine, then great. I'm probably not your guy. If you want to collaborate with somebody and get support from somebody that's going to kick you in the butt when you need it, I have a very good mentor that's been unbelievably good with me. And I know she's listening because she's producing the show, but she kicks my bum when I need it. She doesn't let me sit on my laurels. She doesn't let me believe the BS I tell myself. She punches me in the throat and goes, Gord, come on, you can do this. You have the skill and the ability to do this. I believe in you. And you know what? That helps me move forward. I need that in my life. I've got four coaches because I have blind spots, but we all have blind spots. So we need the support, and we need to collaborate with people that aren't like-minded necessarily. We want growth-minded. I'm looking for growth-minded people to collaborate with, because it doesn't matter whether they're on the beginning of their journey or on farther down, decades down, doesn't matter. If they're growth-minded, then they're pushing in a direction. They're trying to get there, and they want to get more, and that inspires me. Watching brand newbies that are doing personal development for the first time and for the first little bit, they're all excited. It's like watching a child learn all these new things, and you're seeing all the different ideas again through these new eyes, through these fresh spaces and fresh perspective. I'll read stuff now, and you all know I read a lot, but I'll read stuff now. I'm confident enough to read stuff that I go, you know what? I don't think I'm going to believe what the premise of this book is based on what's on the back cover, what's on the covers. I read it anyway. Why? Because it will challenge what I believe. It'll make me think about this. Why do I believe it this way? Why do I think this way? And sometimes what I'm reading challenges what I believe to a point where it goes, you know what? I may not overhaul my whole idea, my whole philosophy, but what I may do is tweak it and pivot just a little bit. I'll add something that I hadn't thought of before because of something I disagreed with. But that only happens in collaboration. we seem to, as a society, right at the moment, we're in this weird space. COVID kind of shifted everything. There's been some situations internationally that have shifted things. We seem to have lost our ability to agree to disagree and continue to be friends. We used to call it adulting, right? Just be an adult. Agree to we're not going to agree with everybody on everything, and that's okay. How boring a world would it be if all of us agreed on everything? That would be really boring. So it's okay to disagree. It's okay not to think the same way. It's okay to have other things that motivate and inspire us. Things that inspire me may not inspire you, and vice versa, but that's okay. And we need to be able to talk about things that are deep, important conversations, life stuff, mental awareness stuff. We need to be able to talk about those things and not agree on all of it. And that still be all right. That still be just fine. There's no problem with that. And there's still a basis of love and respect underneath all of that. Adulting. We need to be able to adult. And that only comes when we can collaborate and get support from people around us without feeling challenged, without allowing our ego, and we're going to talk about ego in the next segment, but our ego, we need to be able to set it to one side and go, hey, I don't know everything about everything. Because as soon as I do, I heard somebody recently talk about the word knowing. As soon as I say I know, I shut off any opportunity to grow. As soon as I say I know, I shut off any ability for future growth. Why? Because I've closed my mind. I know. I understand. I know. And now I can't grow. I have to be able to grow. I have to leave my mind open enough to be able to let new stuff in. I have to be able to do that, because if we don't, we can't grow, which is sad. And I grow with intention. I want to grow with intention. And most of us cannot grow in a positive space. When everything is good and everything's going great, this year has been horrible for me, horrendous for me. But I've grown so much in the last 5 months. I'm in a completely different place than I was at the beginning of the year. And I don't just mean that geographically, because we moved geographically, but that's not what I'm not just talking about geographically moved. I mean, I am in a completely different space. I've grown tremendously through the hardship. I've grown through those obstacles. I've grown through all of the trials and tribulations. And you've heard me say, that stuff is the dirt that we need, that all of us need, because those challenges hold the nutrients we need to grow. And if we don't have any challenges, we don't grow. No growth in a comfort zone. Absolutely right. We can't grow in our comfort zone. And that's just the truth of it. You want to grow, get out of your comfort zone. Get out. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's the only way we're going to grow. All right. The time goes so quick, so fast. Anyway, I need to take a quick break, pay some bills, but I want to do a quick shout out to my good brother, Jose Escobar. He's the founder and CEO of the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf, and I have a bunch of founding sponsor partners that I love. I'm going to run through Jose's here quick. Check out the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf to learn more about the morning and evening routine mastery program that is changing people's lives. This program will help you install systems on the bookends of your day to maximize your morning and evening routine. If you don't have a routine on the bookends of your day, you need to, because you're missing out. You're not getting the most out of. You're not squeezing all the juice out because you can't. So get a hold of him. Set up a virtual coffee with Jose Escobar today. You can reach him at theentrepreneursbookshelf.com. Again, www.theentrepreneursbookshelf.com. And all of my founding sponsors, Dr. Oliver Reed, Jose, obviously, Jeff May, Lee Grigsby, Edward Reed, Mrs. Kirkpatrick, Kat Schwartz had her own program on here. Amazing, amazing lady. If you haven't seen any of her episodes, go back and watch her episodes. She's got some really good stuff. Austin Haynes, Jim Hetherington, and Carolyn Scott. Thank you to them all. I do have some more room for some more of those, and I'm looking for some more people to partner with me and collaborate and help support this mission and my mission. So take a quick minute. We're going to take a quick minute. Do not forget to pause and breathe, to ground yourself and to set. Pause and breathe as we go to this break. You're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D Melville, on Inspired Choices Network. Pause and breathe. I'll be right back.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at JEWIL International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the long-bearded guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Everybody, welcome back. All right, you're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville on Inspired Choices Network. We're, talking about part 9 of our series on emotional intelligence. This week, we're talking about support and collaboration because we need both support and collaboration. Asking for support, asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. And we talked about to go fast, you need to go alone, but to go far, you need to go together. We need collaboration. And then the perspective and the lens that we're using to see and comprehend situations is changing and will shift. Our life will shift when we shift our view of it. So, and in this next little piece, I want to talk about letting our ego go. Let our ego go. Don't let your ego write checks your body can't cash. Do not let your ego stop you from achieving where you want to go because you think you can do it on your own. Our ego goes, oh no, I can get it done. I'm the man. I can get it done. I don't need any help. Well, number one, that's BS. And number two, because we all have blind spots, we may not see challenges coming. We may not see places where we could get growth or where we could get opportunities or an increase of opportunities. We need to let our ego out of the box or put our ego in a box, set it off to one side. Do not allow your ego to stop you. So I want to give you 14 really quick. I want to give you 14 different collaboration skills. Write these down. You will not remember. So really, I'm going to go run them through quick because these are just things we can talk about them at another time, but some of them bits and pieces will go deeper into some of them and not so deep into others. But here's 14 skills we need to be able to collaborate effectively with the people around us. And if we can't do these things, we need to learn how to do these things so that we can collaborate effectively with those around us. It'll also allow us to realize and understand who we should be collaborating with. So really quick, When we want to collaborate, don't assign blame. Excuse me, don't assign blame. Take 100% responsibility. And especially as the leader, if you're a leader of your group, the buck stops with you no matter what's going on around you. It doesn't matter who dropped the ball. If I lead the organization, then you know what? The buck stops with me. And I may like that or not like that, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm putting people in to positions that I know I can count on. And they've proved over and over and over and over and over that they are have the ability to get that job done. And so I have faith in them. I give them autonomy and let them do their thing. Don't assign blame. That as a leader, it looks weak when we go, hey, I look at my people around me and go, hey, you dropped the ball, or you sucked at this, or you didn't do that right, or whatever. It doesn't mean that I don't have a conversation with somebody and go, hey, we need to do some more education here because there's something got missed here. But it does mean in public, I hold the responsibility because it's my fault. It's my job. The blame stays here. The buck stops at my desk. So we need to be able to do that. Self-analysis is number 2. If we can't self-analyze, if we don't do some internal inspection, then we can't measure, we can't learn. If we can't stop for a second and go, hey, what am I doing well? What am I not doing well? Where can I improve? Where can I get better? We have to do self-analysis. Taking responsibility 100%. I talked about that already. 100% ownership. 100%. If I screw up, I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I really messed that up. I'm so sorry. Own it and then move on. We all mess up, but failure is not final. It's formative. I'm going to say that again because I think it's important. Failure is not final. It's formative. What does that mean? It means you're learning from it. It means we're all going to fail. Everybody's going to fail. At some point, we're all going to not get something done. We're all going to screw up. And that's okay. That's how we learn. But it's not final. We look at it, oh, man, my life is over. No, it's not. It doesn't matter how bad it is. It's not final. It's formative. It's something we can learn from. Failure is an event. It's never a person. It's something that's happened. It's not who we are. We need to remember that. We beat ourselves up again. We go back to self-analysis, right? We look at it and go, oh, I screwed up. I'm no good. No, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Own it, learn from it, and move forward. Active listening. What does that mean? It means I'm taking notes. It means I'm paying attention. It means I'm making eye contact. It means I'm actually listening. There's nothing else going on. There's other things or maybe distractions. I'm in a restaurant. I'm in a room with my family, or the kids are all over. But you know what? When I'm active listening, I'm leaning forward and I'm paying attention. I'm making eye contact. I'm saying right? I'm giving feedback. I'm interacting. I'm engaged. That's active listening. It's not just what your ears are doing, right? Bang my microphone here. Sorry. Creating psychological safety. We need to do that for people to be able to open up with us. We need to be able to do that. We need to create a space, a safe space, so that people can feel honored, heard, seen, listened to. But that creates a psychological safety net, so they understand I can be in this space. I can open up with Gord and know that's okay. I feel safe and not judged. No judgment. We got to stop leading with judgment. We got to stop judging people. We're not here to judge people. We're here to love people. Create that psychological safety around you, and people will know, hey, I can go to this person and talk. I can go to this person because I feel loved and cared about. I know they give a shit about me. That's important. They're not going to talk to you or open up if they don't feel that way. The next one's communicate boundaries. Healthy boundaries. It doesn't mean that we because we're trying to protect ourselves a little bit, but if I put big walls up and massive boundaries, big high walls, then nothing gets through, none of me gets out. So I have to lower that. I have to lower that wall. But I need healthy boundaries that I've communicated to the people I'm talking to. How the hell is anybody supposed to know what my boundary is if I haven't told them? In relationships, tell somebody this is what the boundary is. Have ways to deal with, if we have a disagreement, how are we going to deal with that? How are we going to get through that? Because I don't want, I'm a very big put the skunk on the porch guy. I don't want it to go. And I think guys tend to compartmentalize better than women do for some reason. But we do a thing where we have it out, we argue and fight and whatever. And then we go and have beers. Sometimes my wife will do a thing where she holds on to stuff for longer. And she's a wonderful woman. I love her to death. And I am wildly blessed that she spent more than 31 years with me so far. She's going to have some special jewels in her crown. I just know it when she gets to heaven for having to put up with me. But the point is, women tend to hold on to stuff. They remember it. Well, 2 years ago, you did this. 5 years ago, it's like, holy crap. We can't do that. Communicate boundaries. We're going to talk about it. You forgave me. Yes, great. It's gone. Now, if I make the same mistake over and over and over and over, okay, you know what? She has every right to throw it in my face and go, hey, you said you were sorry. You said you weren't going to do it again, and you've done it another 5 times. So clearly you're either not sorry or you have no intention of changing. But again, that sets a boundary. Communicate healthy boundaries. The next one's learn to cooperate, not compromise. In a compromise, we talk about compromise. Relationships are compromise. I don't think that's right, because in a compromise situation, 2 + 2 is 3, because nobody got what they wanted. But if I cooperate, 2 + 2 could be 5, because we can make it more. So I don't want to compromise. I want to learn to cooperate. I want to learn to work with. I want to learn to collaborate and support the people around me. The next one is celebrate all successes. The only way I can have good collaboration is to be able to celebrate success. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. We do a thing where we go, oh, I did this today, or I did that today, or I've done this, but you know what? It was no big deal. That's no big deal, really. Well, I can't do that, because all of a sudden I'm not going to be able to, then what am I celebrating on? We need to learn to celebrate all of our successes. It is number 8. Learn to celebrate all of our success. The next one real quick is welcome feedback. Don't be afraid. Again, take the ego out of it. This is number 9. Welcome feedback. Ask for feedback. Why? Because it's going to make you better. Let people hold your feet to the fire and go, hey, Gordon, you suck at this, or this was not what it could have been. Hey, we need to help teach you some more education. Let's give you some stuff. But to welcome the feedback. The lady that owns the network, my producer today, Christine, she's a fucking unbelievable human being. She really is. But a few months ago, I had somebody come in and say a negative thing on one of my episodes. She's like, Gord, you have a negative comment. I'm like, yes, I've arrived. I have haters. That's awesome. Right. But she said, do you want me to eliminate it, just delete it? Or do you want that comment? Or do you want to respond to it? I'm like, no, I want to respond to that. That's feedback. I welcome feedback. It's not all good. I don't need it all to be good. Again, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. So that's okay. And how are you going to respond? I was like, thank you for thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the input and engagement. I appreciate that. Make it another great day, because it's not going to affect me in the sense of, it's not going to hurt me. I've got very thick rhino skin. So it takes a lot to offend me, but welcome the feedback. Don't let your ego stop you from hearing what you need to hear to make yourself better. The next one's be adaptable. Be flexible. Allow yourself to go, no, wait. This isn't working the way we want. Let's pivot. Let's shift. Let's do what we need to do. Be adaptive. The next one's find and become a mentor. Find a good mentor. Find a good coach. Find someone that can help you move forward. And then once you get to a point where you've got a handle, and you know what, doesn't mean you don't use mentors and coaches anymore, but then reach down and pull somebody else up. Be a mentor for somebody that's not as far along on their journey as you. Find a good mentor and coach, and then be one. Be organized is the next one. Don't be all sloppy all over the place. Stuff all over the place is not a sign of a healthy space, but it's certainly not the sign of a healthy mind. And that clutter around you stops your brain from being able to organize correctly. So be organized. The next one, second last, is join and then do team building activities. Join team building activities. Find places where you can on purpose, support and collaborate with other people. Find some building activities. Find some, join some, do them, and enjoy those activities. And then, you know what? That may be a stretch. That may be way outside your comfort zone. And you know what? That's great. Perfect. That's an opportunity to grow, intentionally grow. Grab that, seize that. The last one is manage your time effectively. One of the exercises I used to do with clients was to say, you know what? I want to know what you've done. Account for every second of every day for the next 2 weeks. If you're in the bathroom, I don't need to know what you're doing. I just need to know how long you were in there. But because what you do after 2 weeks, and it's a pain in the butt, but at the end of 2 weeks, we realize very quickly, oh my God, I waste so much time. Manage your time effectively. We can all get way more done. How does Branston run 400 companies? How does he do that? He has the same 24 hours, 28,400 seconds in a day. He has the same as the rest of us. How does he do that? He manages his time well. Anyway, I got to take another quick break. So quick shout out for Jose Escobar, is the founder and the CEO of the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf. Check out the Connected Leaders Academy membership to take your business to the next level. This is the perfect tribe to learn, grow, and connect like never before. The Connected Leaders Academy tribe brings together some of the highest level entrepreneurs from all over the world. Set up a virtual coffee with Jose Escobar today. And again, you can reach him at theentrepreneur'sbookshelf.com. Don't forget to pause and breathe as we go for a break here. You gotta pay some bills. We'll be right back. You're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D Melville, on Inspired Choices Network. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at JEWIL International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
The Connected Leaders Academy is the #1 fastest growing networking community for entrepreneurs. CLA assembles high-level leaders, titans of industry, and business owners under one roof. If you're an entrepreneur looking to grow personally, professionally, scale your influence, develop skills, and expand your network exponentially, the CLA is where you need to be. Want on to more podcasts and shows, speak on more stages, sell more books, products, and services, get more leads, referrals, acquire new clients, develop lifelong friendships, and more. Join the Connected Leaders Academy today. Contact Jose Escobar on Facebook or check out www.claglobalsummit.com for more information.
This is the long-bearded guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Awesome sauce. That's awesome. You're with the long-bearded guy on Inspired Choices Network, and that's me, Gordon D. Melville. So I am going to talk about at the end of this segment. I am going to give you some ideas to be able to connect. If this message and this information resonates with you, there's lots of ways to connect. There's lots of ways to be involved. There's lots of ways to plug into the information. So I'm going to talk about that when I get to the end of this one quick segment. I want in this little piece some tools and resources, because I can say, hey, you know what, support, get support, find support, and collaborate. But I want to give you some ideas. So there's some resources that I want to give you. I've got pages and pages and pages of stuff. When I went to look for clients and to, again, globally, there's stuff everywhere. If you want information about some of that stuff, way more than we talk about today, reach out to me. I've got gobs and gobs and gobs of it. But a couple of quick resources. There is a website, and I get stuff from them, motivational type. That stuff that raises my vibration and really jacks me up. One is something called Fuel the Mind, FUEL, Fuel the Mind. Amazing. Some of the stuff on there is absolutely amazing. Sometimes there's language in some of these, but because people get passionate, some of these leaders and these thought leaders get passionate. And so sometimes there's some language, but if you can get past the language that's a little bit that's there once in a while, the stuff that's there, the content is really good. Somebody I listen to all the time and put some amazing videos out is Ben Lionel Scott. And I've mentioned him before. Really good. Ben Lionel Scott is unbelievable. Some of the compilations he puts out, amazing stuff. And if you're trying to keep yourself supported and want to collaborate, I use these things. I shared one of the Ben Lionel Scott pieces this morning in a mastermind group I'm in. I shared it with the executive of that group because I'm like, it's such good stuff, and we need to hear that. You've heard me talk about pouring good stuff into the cup. Keep pouring good stuff into our cup. Don't pour from the cup, because we pour from the cup, all of a sudden we lack. We get in a situation where we're giving ourselves out, and we run out, and you can't pour from an empty cup. So stop trying to pour. Just keep putting good stuff in the top of your cup. Some of these tools and resources, go and listen to some of the stuff that Ben Lionel Scott puts out, or Fuel the Mind. Put that's good stuff, because it keeps putting in, and then the overflow is what goes into people's lives around you. That way you're never depleted. You're never ever pouring from an empty cup, because you're not trying to pour from your cup. You're allowing your overflow to impact people in a positive way. Resources, and my avatar, as you all know, is men, entrepreneurial men. So there's a group called Men's Group, and I want to point them out. I think it's mensgroup.com, and it's all one word. It's all squished together. Mensgroup.com is a great place. There's so many resources there. There's so much stuff there. Ways to plug into help, no matter what you're trying to get. If you're I found some stuff that were publications and websites that were specific to abuse, that were specific to addiction, that were specific to men's health, awareness health, men's mental health, mental fitness. There's a bunch of different stuff there, resources, but Men's Group is a great site. The other one that I found some incredible stuff on was XY, so Xylophone Yellow magazine online. Again, incredible support, incredible ways to get and ways to collaborate. So there are opportunities all over the place to get together with other people, whether it's digitally online or it's a brick and mortar in front of somebody. Men's publications, and again, there are gobs and gobs and gobs of these. Journal of Men is a masculinities and spirituality type publication. The Good Men Project magazine is a good magazine. Something that a lot of us have heard, and I've got copies of and have read a long time, is Men's Health. That gets fitness stuff. It gets lots of different things, but Men's Health. Voice Men magazine. There's so many resources out there that most people aren't aware of. And so some of it's regional, and so a lot of things I came across were things that if you happen to live in a specific space or in a specific location geographically, in each of our areas, there are resources around. We have to look for them. If you can't find, reach out to me. I can help you locate in your area people and groups, whether it's men's groups or generally. But again, my specialty is men and entrepreneurial men, because that's what I am. And as a suicide survivor, trying to understand, I have a really specific understanding, a very deep understanding of men's mental awareness, because I've been in a space of deep depression. I've been in a space of suicide. I've been in we're talking about emotional intelligence. My emotional intelligence is higher because I've been through that stuff. It allows me the ability to interact and empathize and sympathize and to be a resource to you as my listener, and to be a resource for people, to connect you to people in your area that can help you. There are people to help us, but we need to put those tools in our toolbox before we need them, because when we need them, they're very hard to find, because we can't get past ourselves in the moment. Sometimes it's hard to get past. So being able to preload the tools and strategies in our toolbox so we can use them when we need to. We could just reach in and pull it when that situation arises. So in terms of mentioning how to connect to me. So the easiest way is the longbeardedguy@gmail.com. That's the easiest way. Send me an email. I can pick that up. If this information resonates, if you find benefit from this stuff, I have other programs. I've got a cohort coming for Boxed Inside Out, a custom version of Boxed Inside Out for just a very select, a dozen. I don't think I'm going to let it go bigger than a dozen in each class because it gets hard, but a dozen guys specifically. And I apologize to the women at the moment, but I need to focus on the men. That's what burns inside me. That's where my heart is to help other guys. And so this cohort's coming, this workshop's coming. I'm going to do it multiple times. It's two 90-minute sessions a month for 4 months. But reach out to me and I can give you some more of the details. And we're going to customize it to the people in the group. So it's something that will help us expand our emotional intelligence. It's something that'll help us heal. It's something that'll help us give us tools and strategies. It's something that will help us learn the 7 levels of emotional intelligence for men, because we need to have that to be able to grow intentionally forward in a positive way. And we need to do it together. We need to know, hey, I can get together with other guys. No judgment. No judgment. Without embarrassment. Hey, I'm struggling in this area, and everybody goes, I get it. I get it. We've experienced that. Or even if we haven't experienced that, to be able to go, hey, I can support and encourage you so that you're not going through it alone. I've got one-on-one programs. If you want me to speak to your church or your class or your corporation or and to your team or whatnot, whether it's digitally or live, I can do that. I've got, I think it's 9 so far this year, paid speaking engagements, because people want this information. And right now they desperately need this. We desperately need to understand it's okay not to be okay. We need to understand that our failures are the fuel for our future. Not getting it, we're not going to succeed every single time. We're just not. But those failures and those things that we can talk about with other guys, talk about with other people, and share and get support from and collaborate so we don't make the same again. Those failures are fuel for our future. We need to remember that. So reach out to me. Reach out. thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. I can help you in a multitude of different ways. I can plug you in. We can have a quick conversation about where you are and where you need to be and how to support you, how I can best support you, or how I can direct you to some people that can. I'm here to help, passionately here to help, passionately here. Please understand you're not alone. Understand you're not alone. I'm here to help. We got to take another quick break. Don't forget to pause. That's a great idea. And if you're hearing this, you may be listening to this as a man or woman. You may be listening to this and go, you know what? My dad or my uncle or my brother or my son or my friend at work, my colleague, whatever, needs to hear this, needs to connect to Gordon, must connect. Send them, give them my information, give them the longbeardedguy@gmail.com, connect us, share this episode with them, share any of the episodes with them so that they can hear, hey, you know what? This is something that you need to hear, right? We can do stuff. My wife can do stuff to me that I couldn't do and other people couldn't do to me in terms of being able to get my attention. You can have the impact on people around you. What men do you know that are struggling? What men do you know that don't have emotional intelligence at the level they need to, and they've reached out and they've got vices and they've got things that they're trying to cover the pain because they don't know what to do with it. We were taught to push it down. Don't let it out. Let it out. Refer whoever you need to me. Please connect me to them. I'm here to help everybody. If you need it, reach out. If you know someone that does, connect them to me or reach out for them. Reach out to them, connect us, please, 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 please. Thank you so much. We're taking a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't forget to pause and breathe. You're with Gordon D Melville, the long bearded guy, on Inspired Choices Network. We'll be right back.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at JEWIL International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the long-bearded guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with me today. I pray this has been helpful for you, and that it hits a nerve and gives you some encouragement that, you know what, it's okay to get support. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay. And we need to collaborate, and not being able to do that is going to hurt us. It really is. So we're not islands. We need each other. We need to let our ego go so that we can move forward, so it doesn't stop us from achieving the things that we should be getting done. We talked about 14 collaborative ideas, collaboration skills that we need to have, that we need to develop to make sure that we can move forward in a positive way. And then we talked about some tools and resources, and I've got gobs of them. But Field of Mind is a great place to go online. And I think he's got Instagram stuff. Same with Ben Lionel Scott. He's got Instagram stuff too. You can find them on TikTok. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them on, I think you can find them on Facebook. I find them all on Instagram, and there's so many others. And if you come across some good ones that you really like, do me a favor, send them to me. Because I'm always adding to my list of resources and tools that can find ways to encourage me and encourage others. So please send them to me. If you come across something you think is really good, or an article or a video or whatnot that you think is positive and uplifting and edifying, send it to me. Would love to hear from you. That interaction and that engagement is something I really need. My mission, if you haven't heard that, if you follow me all the time, you know, but my mission is to have a meaningful connection with more than 10 million men globally, with a message of hope that says there are positive ways to deal with all the emotions we all feel every day, but don't know what to do with. We were taught, don't show those emotions. Don't look weak, don't cry. And so we hold that dis-ease in our bodies, and it makes us sick, or it causes us challenges. So we don't want to do that. How do we deal with stuff right in it's not outside the box thinking. It's eradicate the box, burn the box. There's no box. Just deal with it in the moment, deal with the emotion in the moment, and then let it go. Have a frozen moment, just let it go, and then move forward. And if but we need the tools to do that. And so being able to talk to people and collaborate and support and interact and engage with people that can help us do that and help us move forward that way is why I'm here. So my call to action this week is to commit to finding support, collaboration ideas, and a mentor in some way, and then share that with me. Commit to you. You're not committing to me. You're not committing to your wife or your partner or anybody. You're committing to yourself. Hey, I need to find support for myself. I need to collaborate with some people that are growth-minded, that can help move me forward and support me all through this, because we need to have it preloaded. So commit that you will, to yourself, that you will find support and collaboration ideas this week. And then a mentor. Find a mentor, find a coach. If you need somebody, reach out. thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. I'm a qualified, certified, high-performance mentor and coach. But find somebody and then share it with me. And mentoring in some way, whether that means reading a book. Some of us go, well, Gord, I don't have the capital to be able to hire a coach, or even to join a group program. No problem. There's gobs of free information on the web. Just be careful. Google is not a research engine. Lots of the information there has never been vetted. So anybody can say whatever they want. It's not a research engine. It's a search engine. So be careful when you go. But there's gobs of good information on really valid sites that can give you some information. Buy some books. Amazon can have it on your doorstep same day, next day. Buy some books. If you need some titles, let me know. I can give you some titles. I have a few, several thousand. Lots of titles that can help and on lots of different topics. I prefer business stuff and personal development, but I read lots of things. But if that's what you need to get mentored, then do it. Videos. There's lots of stuff online. There's lots of stuff out there. Please, for the love of, please plug into something someplace. Plug into it somewhere, because we need to have it. You need to have it. The people around you, the men around you need to have that. So that's the call to action. Join me next week. That's the 26th of May. The next episode, which will be part 10 of emotional, or of our trip on emotional intelligence, is if not now, when? If we're not doing it now, if we're not going to plug in and increase our emotional intelligence now, when are we going to do it? The best time to do it was 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. The next best time is to start today. So if not now, when? That's what we're going to talk about next week as part 10 of this series on emotional intelligence. Again, I could do 52 episodes. I could do lots of episodes and parts to that topic, because we're not even scratched the surface of it. It's so huge. It's such a huge thing. So again, please like this, love this, share this, subscribe to Inspired Choices Network, and play this back, listen to it back. You can listen to it as a podcast. You can watch it. That's the other place you can go, is inspiredchoicesnetwork.tv, and you can watch the episodes. And for all the hosts, not just for mine, but for everybody. There's some amazing hosts on this network. There really are. Incredible topics, incredible different themes that they all talk about. Listen to them all. Listen to everybody. Get their feedback. Get their input into your life. We want support and collaboration. There's some great ways. There's some tools. There's some resources that don't cost anything, but you sharing and plugging in helps us. And if, like I said, if you want to plug in or you want to help this message for me get out, please reach out to me, thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. We can have a conversation. There's lots of ways to participate. Get a hold of me. Again, thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Please make it another great week. Make it. You have the power to do that. Make it another great week. Know that you're loved. I love you. Massive big hugs. Live abundantly and with intention this week. Don't just let it happen. Make it happen. Live abundantly and with intention. We'll see you next week. Much love. Big hugs. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for tuning into the Long Bearded Guy Show. You are appreciated and loved. Gordon D. Melville returns Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on the InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Until then, make it another great week, leading with love, powerfully designing, crafting, and living out your positively impactful legacy life you were created for. Big hugs!